Hey, Steph, it's Jason with Crown Force Sports. How frustrating is it, when you play a competitive, complete game and it comes down to, a judgment call, handful of refs probably call that a block, another handful call it a charge. Obviously, it's subjective. How frustrating is it to end, just a highly competitive game that way?
It's tough. I mean, we all have our interpretations of the play, and obviously it was close, but we felt like there was some movement before, after Draymond took off, and was pretty confident going into the review that we were going to get it overturned, and then hopefully get a stop and take the win. Doesn't go our way, obviously, and that's a tough way to end the game for sure. So I don't even know what to say about it, really.
Steve was just saying that you guys kind of need more scoring besides you and maybe creation. Where do you think you can get it, and where do you think you need it?
I feel like I got to be aggressive first and foremost. And, when I'm, looking for my shot, looking to play made, looking to draw a crowd, whether I have the ball or not, we've gotten a lot better at finding the open guy, the ball moving, cutting into open space, not being on top of each other. And it's drastically different than it was at the beginning of the season. And that consistency will continue. We think as rotations start to, again, formalize with, healthy guys back, hopefully that'll give a lot of guys just, unreal confidence when they're out there to make plays and, be aggressive, look for their shot, and, create offense. And that's how we have to approach it with, the roster that we have and the style that we like to play, and everybody contributing and having confidence. Like I said, when they're out there on the floor, they know they're capable of scoring, they're capable of putting pressure on the defense, and we can build momentum off of that.
Steph, you guys had quite a few games that looked like you were going to win in the final whatever and did pull it out. What would you attribute the lack of execution to? Is it just less time together? Is it inexperience? Like, how would you break down what happens in these games?
I'm not chalking this one up tonight to quote unquote execution. We had a 4-point lead with minutes and change left. Bays gets an open three in the corner. I get an offensive rebound and miss the layup barely. We get another tip, kicks out to me. I miss a three. Draymond missed the tip. Then Dame comes out and hits a three. Then we go back and, I get a little runner that sits on the rim for 5 seconds, doesn't go in. Obviously, Dame makes a shot. So tonight was kind of just one of those, everything that could have not gone our way did. And, they made some big shots. Charge play, obviously. There's been other games where I could really say, like, we didn't, legit execute. And those are learning lessons. And, we can't dwell on it, but we do have to be real with ourselves that we've tricked off some games. And, that's not a good feeling, but don't linger, on it. Don't dwell on it. Keep moving. We'll be in these situations plenty more times down the stretch of the season and still have to have confidence that we can win them.
Steph, does
Yeah,
tomorrow
obviously,
you guys?
I didn't hear what you said.
How important is getting a win tomorrow, considering that it's the last one before the All-Star break?
It's the next game up. It's pretty straightforward. Not to be short, but yeah.
Steph, obviously you wanted to get the win out of this game, but when games are close like that and you're going back and forth with a guy like Dame, how fun is it in the moment?
Competitive basketball is great. It's what we live for. Minus obviously the fans, like it's been all year in most arenas, still felt like a playoff type atmosphere and playoff type intensity. And we've obviously been in those type of games with Portland over the years and against Dame. And the surrounding cast. So it's always fun. It's never fun to lose, but it's those type of back and forth are what the NBA is about, really.
With the understanding, obviously he's a rookie, he's still a teenager. What more do you think you can get out of James still, even in this rookie season?
I mean, a lot. I think he has made strides, and the injury really was an unfortunate break in terms of him not being available, having to deal with rehab and all that. But I think for him, it's just a matter of continuing his confidence that he can provide huge value for us, and not to get caught up in, I talked about a couple weeks ago, like the rookie power rankings or the talk about other guys that were in the top of the draft class. Like, everybody is in a different situation, and we love having him. We know he's valuable out there. He can provide a huge presence and impact on the floor. And not to put too much pressure on himself, really, because I know he wants to be great and he wants to try to figure it out as soon as possible. And he wears his emotions on his sleeves when he's out there. But, we've seen those bright spots, and he's going to continue to show that. And at the end of the season, have a body of work that shows he has amazing impact on his team.
When we talk about, you guys needing some supplementary scoring, is that where it can come? I mean, obviously he has offensive skill, burst skill, point-wise.
I mean, it can, but again, it's not putting too much pressure on him that he has to try to do everything. Keeping things simple for him and allowing the offense to create easy buckets for him, and the little things that he can do in terms of setting screens, running hard, blocking shots, continue to learn on defense where to be and positioning and all that. That'll make the game a lot easier for him. And then the bonus is what he can do with his skill, and that'll continue to develop. But you don't want him out there feeling like he's got to hit a certain point total and force it. It's just a matter of playing the game the right way, being locked in mentally, and good things will happen for him.
Steph, you guys have tinkered with that second unit at the start of second and fourth quarters quite a bit. When you're watching from the sidelines, what do you think you guys are trying to solve there? What do you think needs improvement with that group?
Just consistency and chemistry. And that's tough when you have a lot of new guys, and we've had a lot of different rotations and different looks. But I think the life of any quote unquote role player, bench guy, a guy that knows you're going to play a certain amount of minutes and you want to be impactful out there, it's about consistency and confidence and chemistry with the guys that you're out there with. And that comes over time. Tonight, I think they're really solid, creating good looks, playing good defense. And we want to keep plugging away at that, and they'll figure it out.
Stephen, you guys had a high energy level going into the game. I mean, early in the game, you guys were running all over the place. You had a big lead. And then it seemed like the entire game, both teams, it looked like you guys were kind of struggling, almost running uphill, hard to get offense, hard to get a rhythm for either team. I'm just wondering, did you sense that? And what kind of feel was that over the last three quarters where both teams were just trying to catch a rhythm and neither one ever really did for a long time?
I think both teams are playing pretty hard, and it's sometimes playing hard and the intensity doesn't quite show, to your point around, it's not like pretty basketball by any stretch. And certain defensive strategies, you just send a lot of bodies all over the place. It's kind of disjointed, but the intensity was there the whole game, and it was a fun atmosphere and a fun kind of battle. So when you look at the film, see what it looked like, but on the court, it just seemed like there was no team could really separate, but the intensity was there.
Steph, to follow up on the offensive stuff, it's obviously been a few years since you were on a team that didn't have guys that could roll out of bed and drop 25 when they wanted to. When you've been on teams that have guys around you who are struggling to find their rhythm offensively, what else can you do? What else can you say to get them going?
Keep playing basketball the right way, and keep the vibes in the locker room and you know, trying to instill confidence and keep hammering home the fact that we have plenty of talented NBA players that you know deserve to be here, deserve the opportunity, have a lot to show and prove on the court, and not to get caught up in the kind of mood swings of a season. It's hard to do, and everybody wants to be great, and everybody wants to outperform. That's the league. The league works in mysterious ways, if you will. Just got to continue to plug away and not just not get caught up in all that. Like we're moving in the right direction. I think guys are starting to figure it out, and we got a second half of the season to show it.
Hey, Steph,
All right, okay, last
just for a
question.
second here.
Go ahead,
I
last
didn't
question.
see anybody ask you about this yesterday. Just the decision to compete in the 3-point contest. And I seen you work out before. You move pretty fast when you shoot in practice. Do you have to change anything different just to prepare for it?
No, I just honestly, when the lights are on, I just enjoy the experience, and obviously it helps that it's right before the game. So I'm already going to be there and shoot some threes, get warmed up, hopefully win, and enjoy the game.
It's still competitive. You're the guy to beat. Do you like that kind of energy and not to say pressure, but do you like that feeling?
Yeah.
Good answer. Perfect. All right, try to get one more.